Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for another knife of the day. This is where I go through my collection one knife at a time, one day at a time. I'm recording this on Friday. Monday through Friday we do the knife of the day. Hey, pretty soon, sometime next week, I'm getting three new Spyderco knives, so I'm excited about that. So you should look forward to that. I'm really excited about the knife that you see right there, the knife of the day. I'll tell you, when Jason Brous showed this off at Blade Show, I think 2 years ago or something, I started lusting after it. And then I was looking all over the internet, when will it be available? And then he actually made it available, which is so great. And I did the pre-order and everything and got it. This is the Brous Blades Raven by Isham. You've been seeing things that have this kind of a shape from Elijah. He's become a very famous knife creator, or at least a knife designer. So you've been seeing a lot of knives like this by a lot of different distributors and producers. But this Raven just made me go crazy. Now, I love this knife. I love the innovation. I love all of those things. There's one thing that freaks me out that is not a bad thing about Elijah's knives. It just is a bad thing about how I usually handle flippers. So I always get scared. So I'll talk about that in a few moments. So of course the shape is different, but man, it feels great in the hand. And there's so much going on with this D2 blade. You know, Brous Blade loves his D2. But look at this design. It's a compound grind. And what you get is you get a hollow ground blade and a full flat ground blade. Part of it is great for chopping. Another part is wonderful for slicing. It has kind of that modified Warncliffe for all of it. See that straight edge right there? It's just a real nice knife. Then you have the cutouts to save weight on a pretty big knife. You take those cutouts on a 3.9 inch blade of D2, and then an 8.75 inch total length of a knife, and it is pretty light for all of that. It's 4.8 ounces. The titanium handles are super skeletonized to save weight. So then you end up with this great looking knife that feels great in the hand, big blade, compound blade. It's good to do a lot of different tasks, and it looks pretty too. Now there's one thing missing when you have it open, and let me show you what that is. And that's the part that scares me to death. Now let me show you what it is. The flipper. Flip it open, and the flipper disappears. Usually you have a tail, right? So I'm going to compare it to the division at the end. You see? You usually get that. Now here's where I screw up. I remember getting this the first time and I went, oh, I didn't cut myself, oh. And I realized that my natural part, and this is a very smooth knife, and I'll show you that. My natural instincts is I release the blade. Look, it falls down right there on my thumb. The flipper catches my thumb, and then it goes down. Well, there's no flipper to catch my thumb, and I hesitate all the time to get it past that detent ball. It usually catches right here, so I don't get cut, but I don't have that safety of the flipper, so it scares me to death. As you can see, this is a knife that flips out great, and I always hesitate bringing it down, and then it just falls into place. Great detent. The Brous, and as you guys know, if you look at the playlist, I own a lot of Brous blades. This is the newest Brous blades that I've purchased. I loved his old stuff, and I just lusted after this. The flipper is placed way up on top, and it just goes out. It's a real nice flipper. The only thing that scares me is I'm so used to having the tab and not even looking when I close it. And so I'm slow closing it. You won't be, I'm sure. You can see it's centered. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful knife. And my guess is, let me see, I haven't checked. No, oh yeah, I guess you can open it too without flipping it. But why would you want to? Really nice. Now, of course, some people get turned off by the non-traditional blade shape or the shape of the entire knife. But let me show you something. It really has an effect on the knife. Because of that shape and the shape of this 3D titanium handle. And I love that it's all stonewashed. Everything perfectly stonewashed. Just perfectly. Just beautiful. But it cuts off all of that once it's in the handle. So it fits really nice into your pocket. So you've got this big 8.75 inch knife with a 3.9 inch blade. You've got all that going on. It's a flipper. That wonderful D2 steel. And then it comes into a nice thin package to go into your pocket. I really like it. 3D construction on the handle. You can see how it comes out. See-through construction. The clip, right hand tip up only. Right hand tip up only. There is a stainless steel insert in the lock bar for this frame lock. And of course, a lot of people are doing that. Titanium against steel. Over time, steel wins. Titanium wears down. And the lock starts to slip. This was limited to 250 pieces. This is number 53. A nice mid-tech. I'm in love with the Elijah Isham designs. This is the only one I have. Every time I see it, it stands out. Every time I see all of the other ones that he has with all the other companies, go on Blade HQ and just, you know, just check out his name and you'll see all kinds of knives. I love the grind. There's a lot to love about this very special knife. The knife for today? Well, it's the Brous Blades Raven by Elijah Isham. Mid-tech. Just wonderful. I wanted to compare it to the military so you can get the size. And of course, the Brous Blades Division. One of his bigger knives. And you get to see the length. You get to see everything that's going on with this knife. It's a pretty knife. Fits nice as a nice knife in the pocket as well. Flips great. And yes, I hesitate releasing it, but you see how smooth it is. The Brous Blades Raven by Elijah Isham is the knife of the day. If you're enjoying these knives of the day, don't forget thumb up. Also, don't forget new Spidicles coming sometime next week. As soon as I get them, I'll share them with you. And of course, we'll continue to go through, man, I think it's been about a year. We continue to go through one knife at a time, one day at a time. Don't forget to thumb this up. It just means the world to me. I'm going to try to answer all the comments this weekend as well. Thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the videos. Have a perfect day. Man, I don't know about you guys, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the U.S., but man, on the East Coast, it's been dark and dreary and rainy and wet and humid this whole week. But I guess it's better than the snow. I don't know. It's one or the other. Anyway, you guys have a perfect day. Hope this video helps you out of your dreariness. I hope it doesn't add to your dreariness. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.